So this video is going to show you how to input a new listing into RMLS. So the few things that you need to have first, uh, either another screen to be able to jot some notes in, list of the building plans, and also what I do personally is I print the tax ID form here in a minute. So you log into RMLS, go into the tax address, and this is where you would get and print the RMLS form. I already have it printed out, so I'm not going to do that. So you go to listing load, and you're going to create a new listing. That's what we're going to do right now. Any items on this page and subsequent pages in this area, if there are up or down buttons, you can use either your up and down arrow key on your keyboard or simply press and scroll. That's where some of your options are at for there. Once this item is chosen or not chosen, that's what you're going to be stuck with going all the way through. So make sure that this part of the page is done correctly. This area is 143, and you can also tab to move to your next spot. And you can just type in the first letter too, and it will self-populate. So this is going to be Multnomah. There's only a C and an M available here, so that is Multnomah. But anyhow, so you can see how that happens. Sometimes you may or may not want to put in the tax ID number. In this instance, we don't have it, so we're not going to put it in. But you would get that off of the tax sheet that I showed you that you could print. So we're just going to go ahead and get going here as fast as we can. Again, any item you can tap, you can use your tab button to go to the next item, or use your cursor, or use your mouse to get to go from one to another. Price is $479,900. You don't need to put a comma in. We'll put the address in. I'm tabbing all the way across because it just makes it quicker. And once you tab, you can keep using your buttons. If there's an N for north, keep tabbing to northeast, northwest, or go back to south. So this is southeast. 65th. Again, I'm using my A button because I know it's an avenue. City is Portland. Zip code. Now, this is important. You do need to put the address in here. This does help. So you hit go. It's going to find where it's at. This is about where it's at, but we're a little off. So we're going to want to go down to this section here. And this makes me think, boy, do we have the right address? So I'm going to open up another tab, Portland Maps, 4916 Southeast 65th. I hope we have the right address. That just gave me an idea that we may not, but we do have the right address, so we're going to keep going. But I do use that to check from one time or another. At this point, I've already forgot something that we should have done. So I'm going to hit save. That's going to save the information where we're at so we don't have to go anymore. What we need to do is, and then once you hit save, you do need to hit finish later to be able to exit out of this without losing all the information. What we need to do is steal a little bit of information so that we can input items that are going to help us. So we're going to go, remember our address is 4916, so we're going to put in just a small area here of a change. Area 143 again is where we're at, because we're going to want to get the schools, some driving direction, that kind of stuff. So you can print this, write it down, or copy and paste it. I'm going to go back only 12 months so that the information that we have is newer and not old and dated. So 4900. I'm just going to make sure this is Foster, south, so that's where we want to be at. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll copy and paste the address into Google Maps just to make sure we haven't crossed a major street and this is in a different area at 97206. That's going to get us in the area. So here's our major street. This is where our house is at. So this does give us some good information. So I'm going to go ahead and hit, I'm going to copy that, put that right here into this memo sheet, and then here are the schools, Arleta and Franklin. And for that part, I'm not going to do a whole lot more. So go to here to back office, listing load, in progress, and we should have our 65th. And this is the one that we were working on. Back, and we're going to hit edit so we can keep moving along. So I'm going to move through this fairly quick. I'm going to grab all the information that I have handy. A lot of the stuff is going to be the same. This line here is always the same. Exclusive right to sell, limited representation, no. This is always going to be call seller's broker. Here's our schools, Arleta in Franklin. Lot size, I know we're 3,000. I don't know what the acres is, but I'm going to put the 30 by 100. It's a new house, so it's always exempt. This is level, and you can always ask me these questions as well. A lot of times what we'll do, so what we're going to do here, we're going to grab the floor plan, and I'm not going to grab all the room dimensions in particular, but just the upper and main floor. So the main floor is 879 square feet. Let's see if we can get a second floor square footage. And we're just going to take our calculator out now. So we're 1,920 square feet total living area. Take away 870, so that's going to give us a total here of 1,041. So that gives us our total square footage of 1,920, which adds up right there. Plans, the source of the square footage are the plans. Year built, 2018. New construction, this is a 4-bedroom, 2 stories, 1-car garage attached. Composition roofing, fireplace is 1, warranty is a builder, fireplace is gas, 2-story and traditional. So a lot of the stuff you're just going to leave empty. So I'm going to finish this page and then we'll get to the important part here in a second. So we're going to want to go down here to broker information. Our list date is going to be Monday. We're going to have this go all the way out to December 31st. Occupied by vacant. Possession is going to be negotiable. That's always going to be a no. Front door for the lockbox location. This is the seller. Always capitalize the names and a lot of the stuff. Vacant and Arnold's lockbox. So this gives us a lot of the information that we're going to need, because what we're going to do now is make a contract. So here's the contract. Go ahead and check that box. Brokerage fee is 5% on this house, and you might want to make a, and this is always going to be the same, 100% and 0%. You might want to make a sheet to get to me, asking me these questions in advance so you don't have to wait for me. This is always going to be 0. They do and they do. Those are always does. That's essentially it for the contract. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit save. finish later. This is where we get the contract. So we're going to put on here, create PDF. And what that means is a PDF of the contract and all the insert fields. This is one part of our listing agreement. And we'll use this in a subsequent video in a few minutes. So I always have a little trash bin, I guess. So this will be 65th contract input. So that's this video.